This is our 1913 Overland. Last summer we were driving it and the rear end snapped very loud. So with the help of our friends at Gun Lake Repair, we have took the rear end out, which I'll show you in a little bit, and we did some major internal fixing. One thing we did here was machined and did some work on the hubs, both sides. Now before you say anything, I know the car's dirty, but that's going to be another video of how to maintain and care for your brass car. The rear end is what we call a transaxle rear end. The transmission is right on the rear end. The pumpkin, the hub, whatever you want to call it. Different names for it. When we tore into it, we found the thrust bearings were bad. Not supposed to look like that. They're supposed to be an outer, the thrust bearing, and then an inner seal. That was gone. We relined everything up and missing some shims. We got it re-shimmed. I'll have to ask Phil what the pitch was again, but we got the pitch right on. We did some machining on the shafts, some machining on the torque tube, and we had a brand new pinion gear made. The ring gear was still perfect, just the pinion gear actually snapped in half. The bars here are to keep the rear end from shifting back and forth. Of course, you see one's shorter than the other one. Both are bad. One is broke, one of the threads are gone. So we're going to cut it down and extend them up the way they should be with new threads. The needle bearings in here, and here there was a needle bearing we had to pull out. So Phil machined and made high dollar tool here, but it worked. It's part of the brass cars. You gotta think outside the box. Quite a unique rear end and transmission on these. Very powerful. To the fact that the shaft on this side, it was worn out. The key was smaller than what the keyway was in there, and the torque took off and actually spun the wheel with the key all the way around. Then it lodged in there, and we're thinking that's what actually happened to the pinion gear, why it broke. Again, 1913 Overland Roadster. Roadsters are commonly called that for two-door, two-seater, zippy car. Stay tuned. Get to know your brass car.